Dispose of this annoyance at once.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Let me play it for you for Danganronpa. When last we left off, little fucking tiny lady got fucking got. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay then, shithole. The letter. Okay, then fucking fine. If you want me to fucking goddamn... point out shit to me, bro. I'm a dumbass.
Don't make me.
Okay, what the fuck else is there? Oh. Oh, I got a token, so that's nice. The surveillance camera. The mastermind must have been watching as Chihiro was killed. They know what's happened, and they're still forcing us to go through with this. Also, I seem out of it. I haven't... It's been a bit of a time since I slept. But I wanted to do this. I don't fucking know. Tell me! Ugh. I should not have jumped into this tired. This shelf of books? No. This shelf of books? No. This shelf of books? No. That's the same shelf of books. Fucking piece of shit asshole. I remember on the other side of this door. I thought it was... That was the goddamn entrance. Oh, here?
Let's go.
Whoa, there's so many books and files. So much dust, too.
So, in other words,
There's so many files stuff out of this shelf. What's in all these things?
that's enough.
Dangerous? I want to shit on you. You mean, like, members of the diet or something? Yeah, of course, it's fucking Illuminati, dude. Don't you know anything? The lizard people underneath the Pentagon really control the world's income, man. That's why the new currency will be the new yen. You're just kidding, right? I'll just let it go for now. There's a ton of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelves. Wasn't that the kind of shit we're looking for? Huh? What do you mean? Oh my god. Oh. I'm not in the right fucking mindset to deal with you, piece of shit. Oh, fuck. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. They're really thinking I picked one at random. Huh? Indeed.
That's right.
And we're gonna die anyway, so might as well. I'm already in the crosshairs of a fucking evil robotic bear. Don't make it a sound to return the file to the shelf. Let me have this. God damn it. Okay, let's fucking talk to Byakuya. Ugh. The lamp. Huh? There's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
But then what about the other desk lamp out there? There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging from the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. An extension cord, huh? From blackmail material?
Interesting.
But because I'm no ordinary person. This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
It's also your problem, dude. Well, it's not that, it's just... I'm not gonna totally refuse to believe it, but... I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? It's no use. Can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
Yeah, they do. You don't pull your punches, do you? So on top of being a piece of shit, you love a conspiracy theorist. Fucking fantastic. Hold on a second. You're saying you've read all of these documents, and more than once? But all this is to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? Yes, of course. It's bigger. Huh? How is that possible?
So, in other words,
it's called the Brotherhood. Have you ever heard of it? Well, great. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. I bet that's just because you never tortured cats because they were too dirty. Well, I was with this cat over the overpass, but it's covered in dirt, and I don't feel like washing it. Daddy, get me a murder file. As he talks, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
Alright, 2 facts. The MO. Alright, kind of weird, but he kills people, so. Bloodlust is written on the wall, and the body is suspended. It's the exact same way as what happened to Chihiro. Oh, goody, there's more. So what you're saying is, it's the cops. Yeah, well, girl. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
Bitch, you just
So
fucking
in other
said.
words- In other words,
Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer. It really is walking around among us.
interesting.
Yeah, sure, interesting. That's the words. Those words for it. I mean, yeah, I could probably.
Such ignorance.
Fuck you. Ugh. I'm trying to say. Byakuya, about that Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
That's fine.
Yeah, you told me to look at it. You piece of shit. Oh my god. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. Oh, dear. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran across the pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. I don't know. There was no end to it. One thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's victims were killed and suspended in the exact same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. The next page? Profiling results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for killing to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it can be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
So, in other words,
it's like Split. I can't wait for Bruce Willis to show up. A split personality like the kind you see on TV. So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. But this one's way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb. Nice.
let's go.
Huh? Where are we going? I don't know. How will you fucking leave me around, goddammit? Let back here. As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried to the library to catch up. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with you. Goodbye.
Just like that, he was gone. I couldn't have been happier. Just as happy as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just playing some... I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I then uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find that out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go to investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some info that might be useful. But while I'm at it, I need to find out everything I can. So before we do that, I need to fucking crack open a window. Weather has been really weird here. So... Let us go to the pool area. And then I'll look around for everybody else. Oh, I'll just talk to you right here.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, what would that be? You fuck.
I feel as if...
Evidence? What did you find? Eat my ass.
That's it. I'm sure of it.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm fucking not. Miss Ludenberg. Really? What did she see?
Well, it would seem...
Okay, so where is Celeste now? I was actually just about to ask who Ludenberg was. What's it gonna be? Now let's talk to the boys' locker room real quick. While I'm here. Huh. This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't seem to fit in the boys' locker room. Wait a minute. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Okay. So. I feel like this is actually the girls' room. Or she was killed in the boys' locker room, dragged over to the girls' locker room, and they brought the poster because the poster had blood on it. Let's see what truth bullets I have so far. So time of death around 2 a.m. Low to the head with a blunt object. Murder weapon, potentially. Stronger, some superiority complex. One looks on the hole. Suspect, genocide Jack. Victims include Ken Harada, Tetsuhiro Hondo, killed us. Okay. I'm starting to get an idea. It's a very loose idea, but it's still an idea of what happened. It's the bloodstained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part. The big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows a little bit more about the locker rooms. Okay. You spent a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Dang it. I see.
However,
Oh? We have protein coffee? It's might be yawning a lot throughout this recording, and I'm sorry about that. A stain? But I don't see any stains in the carpet now.
of course.
Okay, this is all getting weird. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress in your investigation?
Indeed. However,
Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
But
so then,
yeah, I was planning on it.
goodbye.
With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. Let's take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's notebook is missing? That's definitely something worth worrying about. Fuck off, Fanatical. I don't know why I ever joined your Steam group. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it another shot anyway. Let's see. Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? The rope has a plug? Wait, so then this isn't a rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her on the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the issue of her being suspended in the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does this all mean? Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, I might have to look at the Genocide Jack file one more time. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. The soccer just slams into frame. Or do you say punk? Chihiro's complex. Where did it come from? Oh, then back to the library. My semi-sleep deprived state, this movement is giving me put me in a way. The wooden box is empty. The extension cord was in there before. I want to take another look at Genocide Jack's case file. I know it was around here somewhere. Huh? It's gone. Did someone take it out of the archive? Or the only one who would do something like that? I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Guess not. Oh, the lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. This cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on. And it was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. Well, there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Me tired. I was in there before. Yep. Actually, you know what? I'll take a quick break, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. So, with that, I believe we just have to head down to the storehouse next to dorm rooms, and then I should be able to talk to Celeste down there. I should sit down and fucking take a nap.
How unfortunate.
Yeah, I was all down for it, dude. Probably said something fucking horrible. Just about... Nah, I've seen this anime before. So, where is this room that Celeste is in? There you are. I'm gonna try playing without the map on the screen the entire time like I have been. Alright, this place. Celeste, what are you doing here? I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm fucking investigating. You did find something?
Actually,
Oh. What? Really?
indeed. Hmm? What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Deductive reasoning.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Hmm.
Yes, indeed.
So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. Thought we already do that. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Okay, so the thing I'm most hung up on is the whole, like, coffee stain thing, because Sakura said that she was in the girls' changing room, did her workout, spilled her coffee. And also the whole thing with the fucking toaster and everything, it's weird. And I haven't quite figured out what that means yet. Well, that's what the trial is for. Gather all the clues, then fucking see what's up. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? You left her? Swimming. Yeah, she's on the swim team. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
Of course. Really? I think one big regret was, dying and not being strong enough to defend herself. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Was she just shy? So she fucked. Oh, you think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Alright, guess I got what I needed.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Yeah, dog.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Time for the bomb diggity shit to begin.
See you soon.
Begin the class trial, or it's about to begin. The red door is right through here. It's time to find a murderer.
Yo,
You're the detective.
Come on! What are you gonna do?
Just like he said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. This is what tipped you off. Oh, I guess Detective Girl is here somewhere. Chihiro Fujisaki. So gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Except maybe chlamydia. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. Oh no, there she is. He's fucking hiding behind. Okay. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Hey, yo, cop.
Shall we go?
Oh, that's it.
Well then.
Find him, I will break the ball of my knee. Alright, early talking to Daniel. You so finally let's bounce. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator wasn't affected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop. Did you redecorate? Don't antagonize the murder bot.
Well? Thrills, chills, kills!
Okay, let's see if I can do this. And so, the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Yes, we are saving this shit, and then we are getting right the fuck into it. Reduces your aim speed, effective during the non-stop debate in the Hangman's Gambit. Oh. Focus gauge recovers more quickly. Effective during the non-stop debate. Increases bullet capacity. Yeah, sure. And then, yeah. Why not? Let's go over what I know again. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. The time of death was estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. Cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Though Chihiro wanted to get stronger, she declined several invitations from Sakura and Aoi, and may have used the locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite this, Chihiro stated that she desired to help with her efforts. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room the night she was murdered. Dumbbell. Chihiro had told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. Some assume that due to her inferiority complex about being weak, she admired strength more than anything else. Locker room, eating male students, girls, blah, blah, blah. It's not possible for two people in at the same time. Initially, assuming your thing is a violation. You have a student that desires placed in a mailbox in the main hall. One of the handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Junko and Sayaka's handbook both still seem to work, so it is assumed that the broken handbook is Leon's. However, Monokuma claims it is very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have broken. Suicide Jack. Chihiro seemed to have consciously kept her distance from their girls, even from the beginning. However, it had been noted that she got along remarkably well with her male classmates. Carpet of the boys' locker with a black stain on it. Blood found in the poster in the girls' locker room. The poster featured big-breasted supermodel popular among young boys. Meanwhile, boy band. Chihiro's handbook was not found with the corpse and has apparently gone missing. So hers is the broken one. Chihiro's body had been suspended with her hands had been bound with some kind of rope. No, it's extension cord. The doctor was known to use lamp, where the extension cord was damaged at some point, and the lamp cord couldn't quite reach the outlet. Okay. Hey, let's do this.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
we're all
then
fucked.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Yay! First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file.
Let me just do a quick thing. I completely forgot about this. Sounds like a fast forward argument. Concentrate. Okay.
What kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Shit.
Interesting.
What was fucking fire again? Okay, so why?
It certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Fuck. Okay, so it's the iron pipe I gotta refute.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was.
According to the Monokuma file,
What kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
Son of a bitch!
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Like Chihiro.
Okay. I'm already terrible at this. Let's go.
Chihiro's. It appears it was.
according to the Monokuma file,
What kind of blunt instrument could it have been? I bet it was an iron pipe.
no, it's wrong.
Okay, so I gotta leave my shot.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Boom! Suck it, you fucking
You
urchin head piece of shit.
looked at her head wound?
That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? That's not a lily dog. This bait. Lines of white noise will appear and to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullet will disappear if they hit these lines. You can think of them as obstacles in your debate. Oh, good. But there is a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the A button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. I don't know how to change my fucking action difficulty, I guess.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
Bitch, hold up!
What's wrong? I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
They had all kinds of funky shit in there. You guys want to blackmail a congressman?
Probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The characteristic of every genocide Jack case was the world at large doesn't know. How the victim was positioned.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Or the closest facsimile
So,
to the same way.
How did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of.
One of you is a cop.
It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko. Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Oh, that's great.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Well, with a personality,
Is
bitch.
Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Shut the fuck up. It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Schizo.
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
You know, she fucking schizo.
I think I read that somewhere in the file, too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
I mean, not wrong. Her behavior changed.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Oh, right, the fucking Ahiga face. She's about to start riding that workout equipment. Still, why does it smell like fish and vinegar in here?
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
That's sexual
Not to
assault.
mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm.
I wouldn't call that calm, but I understand what
In
you're saying.
other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
That still looks, the shot still looks fucking cool as hell to me. Because this game doesn't have much going for it in terms of like budget.
The reason she locked herself
makes
in her
great
room
use of what
wasn't
it
to keep
actually
other
has.
people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
So I locked myself in a room where I could unlock it.
Toko
Wait.
was afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her, of killing even more people.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
Oh?
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised! I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise,
Starting to think this is a frame-up.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
Oh, honey.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it.
Sweetums.
You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it,
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom. But in the next second, saw dude.
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see? What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
What happened to you?
Have you not been paying attention?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie.
Greg is a fucking
Behind
philosopher.
every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not
I don't know
true.
dick about what's going on, dog.
How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself.
How is your tongue like that?
For everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
I do.
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get some more details about this. Alrighty.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
So you have to focus on remembering Chihiro's body. That must have the answer. That should prove what he said isn't quite right.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Damn it, I didn't mean that.
What more proof
Son of a bitch.
do we need?
Give it up. You killed her.
Hit the wrong goddamn button.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches.
No, that's wrong.
Ah, don't bitch.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Stabbings.
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that. in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Murder weapon and the method of suspension. There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos for the other Genocide Jack cases, look closely at the neck and stomach. Oh. Well, that too.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Fucking change your pants, woman!
People to cooking?
God damn.
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Yes. Before, the body was just spent by pinning them to fucker walls. In the photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. What was used to suspend the body? This case, it was an extension cord.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrist.
We know it's an extension cord, man.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement! Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Oh?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Oh, to keep it could be your rap
Big
name.
Mac, there's actually one more difference!
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look
Oh,
at
yeah,
who
she only
the
killed
victims
men.
were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Only kill dudes. Let's see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it? If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is... I think I figured it out.
I got it!
Chihiro was a lady.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
You got dicks? Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuro Honda. 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Blah, 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 blah. Reading Japanese names quickly when you don't speak Japanese is very hard.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I killed with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Like Big Mac over here. What up?
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
It's Big Mac on the track.
What is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the mopey side of me just hates it!
Oh, you Fujoshi bitch.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly cur?
Yeah.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Yeah.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors.
What I have right here.
Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Bitch.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Surprise, cockfag. Scissors for days. I'm a JoJo character.
She's fully equipped.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you!
I'm agreeing with you.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot! So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Well, innocence relative
But
here.
The body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Unless somebody found the file.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Oh my god. Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Byakuya.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason you pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it! The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
Of course it fucking does.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Well, you just fucking grabbed me.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange. You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
How did you know it was Chihiro, though?
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Ooh, on the
Okay,
contrary,
then.
getting all
What's
fancy.
so strange about it? Go ahead. Share with the rest of the class.
Okay. There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. That's fucking Lily. Let's do this. Ooh, a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the Y button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. Oh yeah. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? Don't trust him, dog. In this case, though, I'll say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' There was no time for pointless to... What's so strange about that?
you wish you'd taken me with you?
Alrighty.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls,
That's a natural reaction for any guy!
I just love that.
The victim was Chihiro.
No!
I just love that little slight speed up effect. Whenever we fast forward, it is like morphing it back and
I'll
forth.
tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Oh, snap.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
Let's see what the fuck you got, shitbird.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents.
I love how everybody else is just so fucking
The proof you're
dumbfounded the
looking
entire
for
time this is
hidden
happening.
there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and other Genocide Jack murders. Evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there? What could it be? The extension cord.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
There it is.
Obviously, somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
Alrighty.
You want me to explain? When I want to kill, I use my very and I use those same scissors to arrange the body. But Chihiro was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely...
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong.
Suck it.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
Oh, snap.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
Remember,
I know, but still.
if we're wrong, we
there's
all
something
die.
that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said is the truth? No, I don't think so.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you can move dead bodies.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
Dumbass.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya. Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who's been so confident up till now... Maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey! Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Well, let's talk about it some more then.
Kodo. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Let's cut them off and find out.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
But not just them.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It's that the carpets were switched.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
To throw suspicion off of himself because it's a dude!
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Bitch, I got that! Motherfucking mailbox!
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
Are you sure about that?
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up!
Yeah, I kinda do too.
You, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro have really gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Yes. Yes! Deduce!
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong! No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
Wait, no.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
It's not. He's actually right. Fuck, shit.
Yes, Isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Nope, only against lending.
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Nope.
Psst. You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook...
Did use Leon's handbook.
She didn't
Because
modify
hers
her
was broken.
own handbook.
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
No. Fuck, you're losing momentum.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
God damn it, we're losing momentum. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya is the one who did it. Really? But I still I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
And in comes Kyoko with the Deus Ex Machina.
I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
You talked earlier, dude.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
We're pulling 12 Angry Men, Bear. Get used to it.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
Boing.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... Ooh, the murder scene.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Yeah, sure. You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Oh, don't worry.
Examine
I will.
her carefully?
Well, he will.
Like using our hands? No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just...
Ah, get out of the way, you fucking bitches.
Based on religious grounds, you know?
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead
Fuck
body.
you!
Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Damn, Jill.
That's not it at all.
Fucking
Stop screwing
tuck your
around.
clit away, girl.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Couldn't we, like, take her down first?
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Oh!
What is it?
She's a dude!
Not possible. It's not possible.
Okay. I should have thought of that. Fuck, I should have thought of that.
This girl is
what?
a boy.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What?
You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was... guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat.
Okay.
Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Okay, that changes things.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Show y'all his dick.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
Okay,
now
yeah,
let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Am I a bully? I feel like I'm a bully now because of my previous conceptions about this fucking trial.
I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind. Same, dude.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So
That's
then,
why he wants to get the
there should
muscles.
be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Told you bitches.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
He kept popping
This
chubs.
is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
No, they haven't.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Pull the fucking dick out of your ear, dude.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
Well, new information's come to light, hasn't it?
Just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Fuck you!
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Oh, you're one of those shitbags who will fucking curse.
It's very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya.
Do you want to die?
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Eat my ass.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
No, he doesn't.
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
No, you're a sea urchin.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. It's a dude.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you wouldn't need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guide. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Alright, so that's the account that she found him in the storeroom.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Shit.
Shoot!
Okay, yeah, I need to actually use my goddamn 11 minutes.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Wait, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Hold up, bitch.
No, that's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
Try to get soul. Get them gains.
Track jacket in a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
Yeah, the evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Man, I can do fucking voice acting for these goddamn games.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Unless they already knew.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is,
hopefully you guys are hearing me fucking farting.
Is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
Oh, is that all we have to do?
Knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
I'm actually kind of really digging this weird, like, Holmes and Watson elementary style fucking relationship between Kyoko and fucking Makoto.
Focus on the details of these items.
Because, like, she finds all of this shit out,
was waiting for him.
and then just, like, is essentially, like, training Makoto to learn how to do this shit.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Why? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
Well, she would. She's a fucking cop.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
That too. Also, fuck you.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine.
We're all in the same
Did you notice
fucking
anything
boat,
special
you
about the
bitch.
bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. We're gonna need a flashback, something.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit, personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
She's right. What he said just now was really odd. How did he know something like that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
That's what I'm asking
When
you.
Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said... She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you? You just...
Suck it, bitch!
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
You're not helping.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was
Because they were fucking.
is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry?
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Goddamn, girl, that fucking tongue.
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
What that mouth do? Damn.
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No.
I need to
That
turn
can't
off
be
notifications too. God damn it.
According to Celeste's testimony,
Fucking bro.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Could we, like, tone down the music a bit?
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
It's getting a bit much.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
Detective work.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was acting?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women
The way he
differently.
talks. Shit.
You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
Ciao, dude.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail? Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Well,
Yeah, he would never do something
not
like
to
that.
profile,
This is
but
a false accusation.
look at ya.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly,
God damn it!
It might not be all that relevant.
Tell us a piece of shit.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
It's Chihiro.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed.
Fuck, shut the fuck
I
up.
was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence,
Unless this one
that
is
a
Leon's.
remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
Mystery, you say?
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
I got it!
Whew, okay.
You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
I forgot that.
Yeah! You remember that?
That was a guess.
Sure, maybe I let that slip.
It was just-
But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands.
Good to know.
You're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
It's Taka.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, Then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Yeah, damn it. Every time I think I fucking...
Meaning the culprit somehow
Every
knew
time
its
I
weakness.
think I figured something out.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
By accident.
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
Maybe one of the two idiots who had a sauna off.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
It had to be the one who wore all the clothes in the sauna. Okay, yeah.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Well,
And when it was all over,
I
Mondo
fucking know.
discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I'm sure Mondo's handbook was broken during the sauna showdown. If I could just prove that, then that will show that the handbook Mondo has must actually be...
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Damn it!
Shoot!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works.
That's what the broken one is. Leon's.
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
That bitch is dead.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
Flawless logic.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong.
Yeah, come on, brah.
You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look
God,
back
he's got
on
some
this
fucking
case
Metal Gear
one more
Awesome
time
eyebrows going
from the
on.
beginning. That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
All right. Celestial Hero and Warehouse of Double Bag and... that one in there, and that one in there. That one. Sauna. That.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
Okay.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Just beep in, motherfucker.
Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro,
Blap.
and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
That shit. Okay.
The killer is you! Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Damn it!
Here's exactly what happened. Which is why the killer hurried to try. Then, removing the bloody poster.
And... damn it! Okay, last chance.
The killer is you! Which is why then, removing the bloody poster.
Fuck! God damn it.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Yes.
I refuse to give up yet.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. So I fucked up later logic. So, tracksuit. Swipe in. Chihiro entering the boys' room. Them there, him picking up the thing. Splattles. Roll up, taking down the poster. No, wait, that... Okay. So I know that's not it. Let's try putting you there. You're there. Heads over to the sauna. Tosses it in.
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay, let's try this again.
First,
I can just skip through all this because we've seen it before.
last at the time,
Whips.
that's something. With bag in hand, she made her, but how could the... Simple, which is why he... Once inside...
It's the buddy. Buddy's like...
It seems likely that... And attack...
Beat, splat, lip, splat.
And that's where the blood...
Oh my god, dead body.
It was likely... Which is why the killer then removing...
Okay.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Shit.
The killer is you! After all, using one of those, a boy...
Okay.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work.
Oh, fuck.
They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Thanks, Byakuya. You fuck.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
and wrote out the blur burst.
Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Why? I don't know.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget.
Only took 7 fucking tries, but I got it.
Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo is the killer. That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear. Yes, absolutely. Fever time and nega time. During a bullet time battle, if you press the RB button, shit slows down. Oh, or the tempo would just fucking go max. Okay. But oh, good. This is, yeah, fucking great. They negate each other. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent will use nega time. I always feel like I have to like very much enunciate the word nega. The moment of truth.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
I kind of love like the final battle for proving that Mondo was the murderer. I have to break
Right.
Taka.
Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case,
That's a lot easier the
we
second
can
time
just
around.
check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
son of a bitch. Okay. I'll take it.
Bro, what are you saying?
Yeah, you gotta be lying,
no
bro.
Choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead.
I'm that good.
Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yeah!
What?
Yeah, we're just that fucking good. Dog. Or bear.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
What is this?
For murdering somebody, I guess. Jesus, dude. Calm down.
Now then. Actually...
I'm good. I want to hear this. Anyway, there was once a young boy. I'm reading this because I fuck yeah. And his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness. To take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Nobody will ever say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
That was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet,
I'm sorry. But...
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right. I want to change.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his body and mind. His mind and body. Fuck. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
Manly promises.
Uh-huh.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
Wait, what? What? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Okay, then. Nah, son.
Certainly.
A problem between men.
But...
Because you're all a bunch of fucking
Because-
prudes. No one's gonna grab a dead dude's dick. Then, Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed?
I knew it.
What is
So
this?
let's expose it. Come on, bruh.
You're wrong!
Don't make me repeat myself.
Isn't that your whole thing?
Hey,
Oh, snap. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. With the crazy demons. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother was named Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Fuck. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic elder brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. That sounds disgusting. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. Kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All they'll do is make the gang look bad. Fucking... Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members in the gang. Which is why...
I just...
He has to get stronger. Get a win!
Don't fuck with me.
And on the night of his brother's amazing retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. Oh, crazy diamond. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... Out of the way, little bro! Big brother, now! Laying in his kid brother's arms, the elder brother delivered his final words. You fucking suck. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Get the band together, bro. It's up to you, bro. Martha. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger, under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Crazy diamond. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Me, I'm strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized. No matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. Unlike me, I'm the main character. And then the lovely, the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. Because you a bitch? Mondo.
I just...
Turned into rock hard murder. Oh, rock hard anxiety. Either way, my point stands. And I was like, what?
I'm sorry.
Because, big bro.
Huh? But I want to change.
Yeah, it's his own inferiority complex. Oh, the irony.
You piece of... What? What?
Huh?
Ah, good old jealousy.
What? What?
No!
I get the brain worms.
What's wrong?
Damn you!
I just wanted to...
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry for this dumbbell. Look, option. Too heavy.
You son of a bitch! I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his. that turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Not me, I'm too bland.
Yep.
It's punishment time! Yes! Punishing?
It can't be.
Yeah, we fucking do!
Well now, well now, well now, well now.
Oh, I can't wait. Give it to me.
Ridiculous.
Please, I need this.
Now then,
Like, I really need this. I gotta fucking piss.
Very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Yes. See what we get. I feel he's got his own pompadour. A bomb-ass ride. Show me body. Show me a fucking pancake. Oh, the body's just gone? What the fuck? I don't think that's how you make butter. Her soul will be forever at peace on this piece of toast. Tastes like hair gel and failure. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again. But he... Of course he had to. Byakuya?
What is this?
He doesn't have friends.
Naturally.
Hey. However,
what?
Because he's suicidal but doesn't want to admit it. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone.
Honestly. There is nothing to be done.
Well,
That's right.
Piece of... God damn it. Byakuya, you did all that to liven things up?
I see.
But...
If you want to play with your fucking life so much, just get a fucking pistol. And Russian roulette is just as fun. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. Fucking Diddy Mao. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me.
Interesting.
What?
Correct.
No.
Indeed.
I want to break your fucking kneecaps.
Hey,
What's this?
Yes, what is this?
you.
I gives him a boner.
What?
Me?
What the heck? Damn it!
Ooh, how exciting!
Is that a good thing, man? Do you want to be the one who understands this little fucking goblin? No, I would be a very mature criminal. I'd murder people with my fucking dick or whatever, I don't know.
In the name of my family.
You're getting all riled up.
The gases. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed in the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end, because there were still more people. The killing game would still continue. because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was a kind of it was a kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It's because none of y'all are friends. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Whew. Okay. So thank y'all for joining me for that one. Yes, please. And we're gonna stop right there, everybody. Thank y'all for joining me for this chapter. He's just gonna get fucking longer, man. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep more of this, keep the train rolling. James is more last one out, coming down the pipe, I think. Yeah, until then though, I'm dead. See you guys next time.
Excuse me while I whip this out.